Hey everybody, this is Dave's Gaming Cave, and today we're going to do an open the box, and this is, let me say this first, Merry Christmas 2021 to everybody. This is actually a Christmas present that Mrs. Claus got for me, and we're going to open it, and it is, I'm kind of excited because I've wanted this game for a while and I hadn't picked it up, and she got it for me. But this is Thunderbolt Apache Leader, the close air support solitaire strategy game, Dan Verson Games. Okay. So, nice display of the map. Thunderbolt Apache Leader places you in command of a close air support squadron in a modern air campaign. Each pilot under your command has individual skills, and each aircraft has individual ratings. You select the best mix of pilots, aircraft, and munitions for each mission. Even with the best aircraft and weapons ever developed for close air support, it still requires your command skill to win the war. Thunderbolt Apache Leader includes 8 campaigns: Libya 1984, North Atlantic World War III 1986, Iraq 1991, Israel Defense 2001, Libya 2011, North Korea 2011, Pakistan 2013, and Iran 2014. And aircraft include the A-10A and A-10C Thunderbolt II, AH-64A and AH-64D Apache, the AV-8B Harrier II, AH-1 Cobra, F-16 Fighting Falcon, MQ-1 and RQ-1 Predator UAVs, and the AC-130 Spectrus gunship. Thunderbolt and Apache Leader is a solitaire game. You command close air support aircraft and make historically accurate decisions, while the built-in game system generates the missions and controls the opposing forces. This means you can play the game at your own pace, whenever and wherever you choose. It is a Dan Verson game design. Okay, and you can see it's not their biggest box, but it is a good sized box, fairly hefty. And as Mrs. Claus was handing things out, I also got expansion number 1, Nap of the Earth. This is reinforcements. This expansion pack adds the following new content to your Thunderbolt Apache Leader core game: new aircraft cards, new pilot cards, including F-35 Lightning II, UH-1 Iroquois, and MH-6 Little Bird, and new enemy battalion cards, new special condition cards, new mission event cards, new campaign cards, new situation cards, new counters. And I was really lucky. I must have been really good this year. We got Air Assault expansion number 2, Zip Lines Ready. This expansion pack adds the following new content to your Thunderbolt Apache Leader core game: new aircraft cards and new pilot cards, including the UH-60 Blackhawk and V-22 Osprey, new Air Assault battalion cards, and new counters. So there's 2 expansions. There is a 3rd expansion, and I will have that coming here hopefully in about a week or so. I'll get the 3rd expansion, and then I'll have the complete game. So let's take a look and see what we got here. All right, well, let's see what's in here. All right, first thing is the Close Air Assault Rulebook. And let's see, it's going to come in at 27 pages, not too bad. It's the typical what you expect to get from DVG, full color, heavy paper, gives you the campaign setup and all about your cards. And then the scout counters, pilot promotion priority, adjust pilot skill levels, start a day, target bound, mission resolution, different types of weapons that we'll be employing. Here's how to place your enemy units, the terrain tiles, enemy sites, enemy battalion units. Okay, so a lot of that. Damage counters when we get hit. Stress. Different types of counters if you're shaken or unfit. All right. Again, different types of damage. It looks like homebound. What you do, your crash pilot, end of day, end of campaign, optional rules. Okay. A description of what all the ordnance counters are. That's nice. And a sample game. So can walk through that, see what they have. All right. Not too bad. And then we have, here's the map board. So let's just take a quick look and see what we got here. So this is the main board. So it's gives you that look of the console in a helicopter maybe. Yeah, this is similar to the Sherman Leader, Tiger Leader type with the enemy rear, your air bases. There's a place for our mission deck, special conditions, target cards, and battalion deck, and then our sequence of events. And this is nice, days and SO points. So this helps us keep track of our SO points right there that we have available. And loiter time, this should be the amount of time we spend over the target. And then there's bingo, so you can get really low on fuel, so you can actually take a risk here that you might not make it back if you stay too long. Nice mounted board though, very nice. Then we have a add-on campaign cards, situation cards, so this will sit next to the board. Instant hits, temporary hits, lasting damage, crash pilot. So these are campaign setup and priority costs, replacements. So again, a lot of detail on this so that you don't have to keep referring to the manual or the rule book all the time. The typical one-page pilot record, which I'll make some copies of, and who knows, eventually I may just put this on to if somebody hasn't already done it on Board Game Geek, I might create one that I can keep on my computer so I don't need to burn the paper up all the time. Okay, then we have our counters. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets of counters. These are the weapons counters. So Mark 82s, AGM 65s, AIM 92s, ECM pods, LAU 61s, LAU 68s, and then here's some of the aircraft, helicopters and planes both, and the back sides of those. So again, with your aircraft, you have the H for high altitude and the L for low altitude. And sheet number 2, again, more of our ordnance, quite a bit. And then stress counters. This will go in with my other stress counters. I got a whole bag of these things from my different leader games. That's handy because I never run short. I just keep them in a bag and break them out every time I play. Let's see, Thunderbolt Apache. Let's see, these are stress and altitude HUD. So these are damage things that happen to you. And then these are your shaken, if your pilot gets to a certain shaken level. And these are damage for your aircraft. There's your bingo fuel, and there's the back side of them. Okay. And let's see, sheet number 4, a couple aircraft, more stress, structure damage. These are the battalion, enemy battalions out here. So this is where we'll be, they match up with a card that gives us the strength of them. This goes on the main display. Day, loiter, special option points, more aircraft, more trucks, vehicles, scouts, and of course the back side of those. And number 5 is SAM sights, these are the enemy counters: infantry, tanks, APCs, anti-aircraft sights, enemy helicopter scuds, SPAs, buildings, storage sites, some no enemy counters, and these are for the what they call the pop-up targets. So if you're at high altitude, you're at a greater risk. And then this is the, when you kill that target, that's the damage side. Okay. Next we have, what do we have here? Oh, our terrain tiles. There's 2, 4, 6. And these dark edges are high ground. So they're blocking terrain. So if you're on low altitude, you can't fly through that. You have to go to high altitude to get over it. So these get mixed up. Certain ones may get assigned to each mission and taken out. Of course, our trusty 10-sided die, which will go with the rest of my 10-sided dice. It's part of my collection. And then we're going to have 3 decks of cards. So, whoops. Why don't we take a look at those? Okay, so we have the 3 decks. These are the pilots, so it says which aircraft type: Apache. Then if he's a fast or slow, he's skilled. Experience points it takes for his promotion. Some of his other skills that he has down here, and his weapon and standoff skills. So we have these different pilots, these Apache pilots. There should be they're double-sided, so you have skilled, like this one's skilled on this side and average on that side. And then he's got a green card and a newbie card, and then in one of these other decks probably he'll have his ace and his legendary card, like this guy Daddy-O. He's legendary there, and ace. So we're veteran. So you have these for each of the different. There's a Thunderbolt pilot. Thunderbolts, Thunderbolts, Thunderbolts. Okay. And then we have these are the aircraft cards. We'll take a quick look at them. So you have an aircraft type and the years that it's available. So this comes available in 1995. And then structural hits, so how much damage they can take, I think, before they crash. High altitude only, -1 pop-up. 10A, there's your Thunderbolts. The H-64A, that's the Apache. H-1, that's a Cobra. So that's one of the decks. And then we have more of the pilots. So these are the Spectre pilots, Spectre, Fighting Falcons, the F-16s, Cobras, Harriers, Apaches, a lot of Apache pilots. Okay, that's the second deck. And the third deck has more pilots. So there's the rest of the pilots right there. And then these are going to be, let's flip it this way. Well, I know that helped me a lot. But these are your, look like your campaigns, different campaigns. So here's Libya, 1984. So it gives you your setup and your evaluation, which terrain tiles you use, remove 2 no enemy pop-ups. Iraq, Libya. So these are all your mission cards. Okay. Then we have mission events. So they're like when you go out on your approach event, and then on your home event, it gives you special things that happen on your cards. Then we have special condition cards. These are things that can affect the combat for that day, like enemy reinforcement, pay 1 SO point, or add 1 new random battalion to the enemy rear range band. So you got to save some of your SO points to offset some of these things that are going to happen to you. Then we get into our battalions. There's support battalions, command battalions, and then there's assault battalions. So we have all these different things. So this is very much like, very similar to the tank leader games that I've played already. Okay, so let's get the let's take a look at Nap of the Earth. Let me get the shrink wrap off of it. Okay, so I opened the box and we get a data sheet here. Let's see what it is. And this is our Thunderbolt Apache new aircraft and ordnance. So it talks about changes here, and looks like there might be some new ordnance. So we have some new counters that come in the box. So there's the new ordnance and more aircraft, and some more aircraft, some more ordnance here, and then more battalion cards. And then there's two smaller decks of cards. So these are again for Little Bird. So these are pilots. These are the new battalion cards that we got. Those are all battalion cards. And then here we have some more special condition cards. Add to the deck. And then we have mission events. Some more events. And two more, another campaign. Key sector slog. So you have the campaign, you have the missions that are going to be in there. So another nice little expansion there. And then on top of that, let's see, more pilots. These are for Spectre, for the Fighting Falcon, the F-16, Cobra pilots, Harrier, Apache pilots, Thunderbolt pilots. This is the MQ-9. Let's see what we got here. Aircrafts. So the Fighting Falcon. Well, this is the A-10A. And there's the Fighting Falcon, the F-16, Apache, Harrier, Cobra, another A-10, MH-6. That's the Little Bird. There's your F-35s. That's cool. Your UH-1s. That's the Iroquois. It's kind of like the Huey. And then these MQ-1Cs and MQ-9s, these are your drones. So Reaper and Gray Eagle. All right, so that's what we got out of expansion pack number 1. We'll move this over. And now let's take a quick look at expansion pack number 2. All right, we got the shrink wrap off. Let's see what's in this bad boy. They're not shrink wrapped. Okay, we got another little data sheet here. And this one is your Thunderbolt and Apache Air Assault. That's this expansion, Air Assault number 2. And new aircraft notations, Air Assault battalions, new weapons and notations. Okay, performing an air assault mission. So this is our air assault. Okay, and with air assault, we got some new counters. So we have riflemen. So these are your AA air assault. Rifleman, specialist and a medic. And a machine gun team. No effect, 1 hit, 2 hits. And then some guns, cannons. Another pilot probably, a no effect, a VIP, a hostage, a data, and a commander. So it has to be things that we're going after, targets. And then 2 more aircraft. So then we have our cards right here. So yeah, it's the V-22, that's the Osprey, and a UH-60, that's your Blackhawks. And Blackhawk pilots, and the Osprey pilots. And then we have, let's see, special condition cards. Special condition and another mission event. So pretty nice. We pick up a few more cards so the decks get bigger and things look good. All right, so I'm really looking forward to this game, and I'll sleeve up everything and get her ready to play, and we'll get her on the table pretty soon. The nice thing about the leader games for me is they play pretty close, so you just have to learn the kind of game specific rules as opposed to, you know, a whole nother type of game system. So I already understand the system, so now we just learn the game specific rules. All right, well, hey, again, Merry Christmas to everybody, and hope you're having a good holiday. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And if you like what we're doing, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Take care.